Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So a decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
22 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely
and the ball comes out. Love lost it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Robinson's got it, and he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Good.
Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Cousins gives way to Cook. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Cousins. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Following the interception, Love. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. 21-0, our score after one. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he gets it down to the 32. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Love. Open man. He finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play you would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Aldrich Grossa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 9 yards to go.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the give, this is Cohen. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Love now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. First carry. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Love. And that will be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
A 43-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. That'll go down as a loss of 8. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. From the gun, Love. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 30 yards there. And, of course, the 1st down as well. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Harrison Smith. It's a foot race. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are in the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yardage on 1st and 2nd down. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun. Love. Going to let one fly for Robin. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, check. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You better be afraid of me. Steal, left.
From the gun, Love. And this is caught by Watkins. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
32-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Albert Rosas set to kick off.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Returnable here for Davis. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On second down, it's Cohen. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears continue to pour it on.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
For Dalvin Cook.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Complete.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Cousins now from the 50. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And now look at him go.
Oh, we got plenty
and
of
he
fight,
will
baby.
score. Touchdown, Chicago. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it's going to be second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. Throwing, Cousins, airing it out deep for Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Operating from the gun. Love. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down. Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Shifts free at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. It's Hines, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's now 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Love to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 29-yard.
Rosas' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he'll bring this one back to to the 29. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Tied up. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Touchdown. Here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. And what's the call here? So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Dalvin Cook. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings nothing.
Hey, tight down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd and short. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he finds Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it.
1st down, Vikings.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes.
A gain of 6.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Go ahead.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Anthony Harris on the tackle. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hurry.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And taken right on the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
To number 16.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
You're not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Bailey got the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Firing quickly out wide is Love. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try to run with Hines. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Yeah, slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bears 65, Vikings 7. Aldrick Rosa set to kick off.
Now and they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And they take a knee. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bears 72.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got Smith here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Below Nichols, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game...